Today we're going to be walking you through the Radxa Dragon Q6A setup from out of the box to LLM running 100% offline and locally with a 12 token per second rate. Additionally, it can run on an SD card or an NVMe, so let's head over to the workbench and get started. Let's cover what you need. First and foremost, you're going to need the Radxa Dragon Q6A, an 8 GB or higher model for the LLM that we're going to demonstrate, a computer that you will use to flash the operating system, a keyboard, a mouse, and a monitor. Then you are going to need a power supply. It should be a 30 watt. In this case, I'm using a 20 watt USB-C power delivery. I know that that works. The cable to get that to the board and power it. Then your choice of either a micro SD or an NVMe. We're going to start with the micro SD. So you're going to need an adapter, either a micro SD to SD or a USB to micro SD, whatever it takes to get that connected to your computer. Otherwise, a dongle or any other connection will work. Next, we're going to head to the Radxa website, look for the Dragon Q6A, click on the Learn More button, and then look for the Downloads section. Once you're at the Downloads page, you're going to select the Radxa operating system. Make sure that you are on the R2 release. Scroll down, look for Download Standard Image. This is the one that you want. Go ahead and click that link to get the download started. With the image download complete, we're going to head to a terminal and go ahead and extract the image file from the zip file that just downloaded. This will be slightly different on other operating systems. Then, once we have that completed, we're going to go ahead and head over to the BalenaEtcher website, go to the Downloads section, grab the BalenaEtcher download specific to your operating system, and go ahead and click that download. With this download complete, we're going to go ahead and make sure on Linux that we have it extracted and that the file inside of there is marked as executable. And then we can go ahead and launch the BalenaEtcher from here. When BalenaEtcher loads, we're going to start by clicking on the select to go ahead and locate the IMG file that we just extracted from the Radxa website. Then we're going to make the selection of the SD card that we want to send it to. And then finally, you can go ahead and click the flash button. This process will take a while depending on the speed of your SD card. Once it's complete, then you can go ahead and eject the SD card and take it out of the computer. We're going to take this over and put it into the Radxa board. Now with our SD card inserted and our antennas connected, we're going to go ahead and plug in our mouse and keyboard, our HDMI output, and then connect it to power. When you do that, the board will automatically start up. Once you're at the login screen, go ahead and select the Radxa user and the password will be Radxa. Be sure to change that. It is very insecure and very well known. After the desktop comes up, you'll want to go ahead and use the top toolbar to connect to your Wi-Fi. I'm already connected to mine here. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up a terminal window. This is where we've made it really easy for you. Once you've connected to your Wi-Fi, simply open a terminal, type in wget, and the URL that we will put in the description below. This is a script that we've set up and provided for you. Once you've downloaded it, all you need to do is do a chmod +x to make it executable, and then execute the script itself. Now, this may take a while depending on your internet connection because it is downloading all of the components, including the Genie server and the llama 3.2 1 billion parameter model to put onto this machine. We got a lot of questions in the last video about whether or not other models, larger models, could run on this device. Unfortunately, no. We have tried every example out there, and because this is a little bit older NPU from Qualcomm, it does not support anything other than this one particular model that is optimized for this NPU. Once the script is done, it's going to go ahead and it's going to output a command that allows you to test that everything is working. So we are going to go ahead and copy that curl command from here to here. And essentially, BTOP is going to allow us to observe that the CPU is not being used when we paste that command into our other window. And all this command is basically a curl command going to localhost 11434, the API in the chat, which you can then use in your application. asking a simple question and then streaming the output. So right there, you can see that you now have a working LLM hitting that 12 tokens per second, running off of an SD card, and keeping the CPU next to idle and available for other applications. But don't leave just yet, because we are also going to show you how to repeat this process using an NVMe drive. In order to install onto an NVMe, you are going to need something like this, which is a USB to NVMe drive adapter. And if we open this up, we're basically going to see inside that right there is the connection. We simply drop in our NVMe drive. You don't need to screw it down for flashing it. Just make sure that it doesn't move around. Hook that to your computer. Follow the same steps we did previously with BalenaEtcher, but select the new drive that's identified when this is inserted. So there you have it. A Radxa Dragon Q6A from fresh out of the box to a fully functioning operating system with an LLM running locally 100% offline, either on an SD card or an NVMe. That choice is yours. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a great big thumbs up and share it on social media. All of the resources that we use throughout this video, links will be in the description down below. And if you haven't already, be sure to click that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you get notified whenever we upload new videos. Until next time, remember, it is your vehicle, your data, wilderness wired.